got me feeling some way. Baby, it ain't that right. You ain't got control of me, so you should just go find someone that'll take good care of the needs that I don't quite meet. I'm not being rude, but you just need to make your mind up.
Welcome back to another episode of I Am Beautifully Broken. I'm your host, Lamekkiona. Y'all, it has been too long since I uploaded a video on I Am Beautifully Broken. I stated on Instagram, but I haven't had a chance to state it on YouTube that I just had like a little, I don't know, I was like in a little funk for a little bit, and I just, once I got back up as far as like getting back on it, I think it was more so along the lines like I had an interviewee and then it got canceled, and then I was just, like for some reason it had really got me discouraged for a minute, but I'm back, I'm better than ever. So I did decide to do this episode by myself because I'm like, y'all, I gotta give y'all some content and I miss you guys, because I Am Beautifully Broken is not just about me, coming on here and just talking about different subjects. This is more for me than just talking about different subjects. This is literally like an opportunity to create a world that shows like when women come together how powerful we are. Like when women come together, like the power in that is like beyond memorable. And it was just like I wanted to create a platform where it is brought to a lot of people's attention to, bring women together, and we really collab together into greater things, which is why I am so excited about this episode that I'm going to call what it means to be a woman. And why I wanted to talk about this is because tomorrow when I'm filming this video is the day before, but Happy Women's Month. Happy Women's Month. Women's Month is for the entire month of March. And, it's just another way to celebrate women. I just feel like with that kind of empowerment, it is so essential to make sure that you're really following up on your information as far as women. Women overall, like women are like rock stars. We are amazing. We have so many talents. We have so many courageous, and we're just like, we are the light within the world. And like women don't get credit enough for like the hard work, the dedication, the commitment that we do in everyday lives. Having kids is one thing, but also just being a woman, just being present, just having so much on our bodies. Like we endure a lot of things, and as women we are, like I said, we are rock stars, which is why I really wanted to discuss about Women's History Month. And I actually wanted to start off with a quote that really spoke to me. Like it really spoke to me. It kind of moved me a little bit. It says, "Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within your strength the patience and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world." This was by Harriet Tubman. When I read that quote, I was just like, it just really gave me like that, like ready to get out there, because it's saying that, with the passion that you have, like the light that shines within you will shine through you. And that just means so much to me, because as women, we shine bright like a diamond, like literally like a diamond. And this month of March, really endure the women in your life, the women that you are surrounded around, just the women overall, because you never know how much like women and coming together can really empower you. And not even just empower you, but move you in ways that you didn't know before. Just being in the presence of a women's, any organization, anything that really empowers women to come together and really dedicate as one, is always the most essential thing to just being a woman. Women, we carry so much, like we carry on so much, like, whew, who just being a woman just be like, hold on, baby. Because wait a minute, this is a lot. But we are the seed that is being planted and is growing and is growing and is growing. And you as a woman, you are able, you are capable, you are beautiful, you are confident, you are in control of your life, you are successful, you are everything you say you are and more. You are successful in whatever field you are in. You are successful in the business industry that you are in. You are successful as a woman. You are successful as a woman of color. Let's throw the color thing out of the table. I am a black woman. You may be a black woman. In that field, we carry so much, like so much on our hearts. Just from Harriet Tubman, Michelle Obama, Rosa Parks, many more women who have aligned us with so many great things in this world, really showing us that we are more than what people set us out to be. We are more than what, what people say when we're in a job place. We are more than that. We are not the women who they always call, sleeping their way to get to the top. We're not that. We are not that. We are really dedicating ourselves to working hard, being dedicated to something and really taking it full force. So don't you ever feel like when you're in a workplace, if you are in a workplace, don't you ever let nobody tell you different. You are amazing. You are really amazing. And don't let anyone tell you different. Don't let anyone tell you different. So I did want to just start off with that quote because I just feel like it really moved me in a different way. And I was just like, I just really wanted to touch bases on that one. But I also have another quote that is going to go into a topic that I wanted to discuss with you guys today. The quote is, "Here is to strong women. May we know them. May we raise them. May we be them." I wanted to talk about this because I wanted to talk about how important it is to have women in your life that serve you in so many ways, that shape you as a woman. Me personally, my mother, my aunties, my grandmothers, those women, and even my mother-in-law, let me add her in there. My mother-in-law, just those women in my life have really shaped me as a woman. My mother is like the essential part to the woman I am today. My mother is courageous. My mother is strong. My mother is everything I could ever ask for. My mother is the type of woman who shows me that life is greater than what it can be portrayed out to be. And I know I'm getting emotional, but I don't think y'all understand how much my mother has played a role in my life. She has been the chip on my shoulder, who has always rooted for me, who always wants the best for me, who always literally encourages me when I'm at my lowest point, who always lifting me up with anything. She's always keeping it real. And those type of people in your life don't come around often. And I know your mother is your mother. Your mother is your mother. But my mother is everything. I couldn't ask God for a better mother in life, period. And this really, I wanted to talk about this because as a woman, you're always just trying to figure it out. But when you have somebody in your corner like that, who's always rooting for you, who always wants the best for you, it's like a weight that, you know, been lifting off your shoulder. And maybe it wasn't your mother for you. Maybe it was your grandmother. Maybe it was your great aunt. Maybe it was your aunties. Whoever that was, the woman in your life that made you the way you are, who raised you to the woman you are, give them thanks, because that doesn't come around often. We have to thank the women in our life who really have shaped us as a woman. Because mind you, we wouldn't be that kind of woman if it wasn't for them. We wouldn't be those kind of role models to our, you know, your kids, your being an auntie. That wouldn't have happened without the shaping of the women around you. So appreciate those women around you. Really embrace them, because they have given you the gift of long-lasting love, everlasting friendships, showing you how friendships are supposed to be, really encouraging you when you have nobody. They are always there for you. They are always consistently being there for you, only you. They're always being present with you. Be present with them. Just because they're older doesn't mean they're not going through things. Yes, we are in an age where we're trying to figure it out, but what about them? What about them who don't want to work for a job for 20 more years just to get to their retirement money? Maybe they want to really venture off just because of something you showed them. Be with them and thank them, because without them, where would you be? Without them, what kind of woman would you be? Without them, good or bad, how would it show you how to do things different? Because sometimes everything you may not agree on, and that's okay. But the thing is, how would you even know to change something if you never saw it? So don't ever think about something as a bad experience. Think about it as a learning lesson. Because sometimes, even though they didn't always set the best example for you, how do you turn that around for you? I'm just speaking for someone who is like, my mother wasn't in my life. Maybe it was your grandmother or whoever that woman was in your life that really supported you and really got you to the woman that you wish to be or inspiring to be. So really think about that and really take this time this month to really show off the women in your life who are rock stars, who mean the world to you. And if you lost them, I am so sorry for your loss, because baby, losing my mother, I thought losing my dad was something, but I think losing my mother, I don't know. We're going to get on another subject. I don't even know. I'm going to get on the next subject. So the last thing I wanted to discuss is really learn about your history this month. I know I talked about this earlier before, but make sure you're really reflecting, because there's a lot of reflection to be done this month. There's a lot at stake. There's a lot to explore. There's a lot to gain from this month. So really take this month to be present. Be the woman you aspire to be. Be the woman that you look up and you learn about, and you really understand that there is value in the person you become. There is value in the woman you wish to be. There is value in you. Remember, there is value in you. So the last thing I wanted to talk about, I was just going to read a little history about Women's History Month. Women's History Month is dedicated month to reflect on the often overlooked that women have contributed to the United States history. It goes back from, like I said, Rosa Parks, Susan B. Anthony, and more. The timeline of women's history milestones stretches back to the founding of the United States. Mind you that Women's History Month didn't start getting celebrated until 1987. When you think about it, it's not as long as it seems. That's not that long. That was like 3 years before most of us were starting to be born or already had been born. Think about that. 1987. This should be an essential month that you really contribute into really learning your history about Black women, women of all colors, literally taking the time to learn about women's history, because it's so much information to gain from that. It's so much that they don't talk about when we were in schools. It's so much information that we could gain as far as our business or in the workplace, because mind you, they were in that time frame, they were living the long struggle that we are living as far as in the workplace, as far as how people judge us, as far as how we are disappreciated. Not saying that it hasn't gotten better, but it still has a long way to go. So please keep that in mind. I do want to thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode. Today's episode is really just talking about what it is to be a woman, what it is to be surrounded by so many powerful women, so many great women, the greats of the greats, who really shaped who we are today, who really gave us the opportunity to have so many opportunities to pursue. So many women who are out here today who are flourishing in their own business, really starting up from scratch. Really dedicate this time to know that you are worthy, you are capable, and you are able. Thank you guys for tuning in today's episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Happy Women's History Month. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I'll see you guys next week. Bye, you guys.